what I am sure about is FaZe is about to do something very aggressive towards this mid. You can see 3 people gather at the top. Oh, I'm sorry, Gen G going. It looks like it might be a fast cat type of play.
I like this. Take some of the middle of the map away. They've got some of that Killjoy utility early on. Coming out from Boosted, clears some space. Marv. Yep, Marv's going to be the first one to drop in this lower bracket final.
Sean, Doug.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to hurt. Sean somehow gets another one. We talked about Reyna in a pistol round and how devastating she can be. Already cooking something up. Gen G has lost Kusta, but the numbers advantage in their way. What else can they do? They're taking the middle of the map. They're going to walk right into Raucus and Zachary holding the back of the site, but they're going to take B for free.
They are, but in this 3-on-3, I think the biggest fight here is Corey versus Hwin in mid. There's no way Hwin is going to predict this flank coming so late. He's so late.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, and then not having smoke. Well, all right, maybe not having smokes isn't going to matter.
Goodness.
Oh, Corey. Yeah, Corey's going to get the timing. He spotted him, Sean. So there's info there. But it's so hard, right? Zachary's down to 20
now
health.
Zachary is going to have to create some space, and he does not have the HP to do this, Doug.
Corey on the swing. Way to take care of Win. There's that space. The HP wasn't there. He drops, but Corey looking to put the round on his back. Already good for 3. Down to 22 health. Mikael comes up big to win the pistol for Gen G.
Yeah, I mean, you could see what Gen G was going for, and when they picked off Marv through the smoke, I think it actually confused them a bit. They didn't know how to approach the round. It's obviously a weird opening pick to get on a pistol round. So they kind of sent it up Cat. And I mentioned it before the game, Corey at this A site, he is a sight to behold. He is going to just fight people coming up Cat and A main and win these battles a lot this game. And they were terrified. They ran back to B.
They may have a little paranoia setup. Look at it, their setup. Here's the paranoia. The dash follows up. Baby Bay going in aggressive to try to take the space away. And we're going to see this fight for orb control a lot, Sean, where they send utility, they send players to take that and hopefully get something going there. Oh, Sean! Oh, Sean!
They initiated the mid-B split. Doug, such a good read from Gen G. They sensed the triple push aiming, the quick through a mid-B split. Hwin holds the flank. And this round is going to be so difficult for FaZe to break into the site.
Yeah, they're cooking. They also have guns too, right? Baby Bay and the rest of the FaZe not going to have the same luxury. Sean on the swing showing that the frenzy, although it got nerfed, it still hurts pretty dang bad. A flawless round for Gen G. A round you expect to go their way, but that was pretty.
Yeah, that was very important what just happened over at A main for the rest of this game, because what happened was Hwin just dry peeked it as a jet. This is what he likes doing at A main. He initiated the retake of A main from FaZe with paint shells, a paranoia, a jet smoke. There's so many things being thrown at him. He just dashes away, and you know, they wasted all of that utility. Yeah. They wasted all of that. So he won a massive early mental battle by doing that.
Locking sight.
And you see already an adjustment made from FaZe. No paranoia set up early. Baby Bay not going for the swing. They do have full rifles, while Gen G is looking to ride this bonus here into the 3rd round.
Yeah, and Raucus doing the early drone on mid. Zach is alone here at the B site, and I'm not sure what Gen G's goal is here, because all of them are grouped up on Cat. Maybe a quick Cat fake followed by a mid-B split.
There's a paranoia. You see the Spike still hasn't really fully committed to tree, and they don't have a long control, right? Corey's hanging out in wine, so if anything tries to go that way, it's going to be exposed. But Guman good for 1 early on. Baby Bay trades it out as Guman continues to go. But again, folks, keep an eye on Corey in that spot.
Spike
Baby Bay, and there he is. Answers
One
the call,
enemy
takes care of Guman. Baby Bay good for 3. And Kusta's left alone. He's got a Bulldog. But in a 1v4, yeah, Baby Bay's weak, so you maybe get a frag or 2 on the way out here, but it doesn't look like he's even going to be able to get that. He's going to drop a 4K for Baby Bay, and when you talk about a player like Baby Bay, who really lives and dies by confidence, right? He's going to hold W the entire time. He has 1 speed, and that speed is go. That's big for him to get those kills early on.
Indeed, yeah, and the Gen G players working up Cat, I think they were baited. They were baited actually because I think from GMD's point of view, he saw Baby Bay's gun. And he knew that Baby Bay was backing off. He had an informational advantage, and they just, it was an audible type play. He took over the round, and it just didn't pan out anything how they thought it would.
All right, now we are back to a regular situation where it's going to be rifles across the board. You've got members on Gen G, a couple of them, 1 point away from having their ultimates online. Meanwhile, for FaZe, we're going to talk a lot about the Bladestorm. We're going to talk a lot about the Showstopper.
Look at this, Doug. Look at this, Doug. There's a drone coming A main right now. I think old FaZe would have bid on this, but they're not fighting at all on this FaZe.
Oh, they're still staying, and at this point, they've got to understand where the play is. You see Corey start to rotate over. Quinn already good for one onto Rockets, but Zachary's still on the back of the site, right? If he's left alone, he can really anchor the site by himself. Or FaZe, he's got to get challenged. Sean's there. Corey with the Showstopper, going to bring it online. But he's zoned off so hard, there's really no way to make impact with that. Now he's going to go. Flashbacks himself up, still gets the shot onto Kusta. A big kill there. A 3v2 in favor of Gen G. The spike is down, and numbers continue to go in favor of the attacking side. Corey alone here. Had some magic with the Showstopper, but is now really out of resources. And he, I mean, doesn't have much to his name at all, Sean.
No, I think this round is all but over here for Corey. But I want to say how good he has been at the Showstopper. It's something that's I've been really disappointed with throughout the entire Valorant scene. There's not many good Showstoppers that you see compared to what you thought you would probably around beta. I know there's been a nerf, but Corey has so much success. He's so good at getting the shot off and then finding cover. He lives through the Showstopper, which is something I can't say for a lot of the other races. But yeah, this is sketchy right now for FaZe. This is very sketchy. Early in this game, being down 3-1. You know, the ult are building up here for Gen G. See Win playing close B with these daggers. He expects a B push out of FaZe, but he's not going to get it here.
Well, they're stacked up, and Baby Bay was posturing aggressively towards the middle of the map. It's going to have to back off. Both Bladestorms online for the Jets here on Ascent. The paranoia is going to come out. Rockets has been left untouched. He's in a great position to really blow this thing up. But the Cloudburst coming up, buying him some time. A great flank. Oh, Sean. That was dirty. No way. He's good for a second one as well. Rockets trades it out. 4v3 here in favor of Gen G.
One enemy remaining.
Win just goes right by Zach into the site, creates a massive opening, and now Rockets is all of a sudden left in a 1-on-4.
Spike planted.
With the Sheriff, too. Well, all right. So Kusta's there. He's good for 3. Gen G should be sitting very pretty financially. They've been able to really kind of have their way with FaZe early on. But again, it's so early. That said, Sean, it's hard not to think about the series with Sentinels and get a little bit of deja vu here.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a round where Corey has to be ready for this A main hit, because I think based on how Gen G is postured in the start of this round, he's going to have an A hit to deal with.
Yeah, so Kusta also has that lockdown online, but Rockets has the Hunter's Fury. We've also seen blast packs and shock darts negate that ult. So what would historically...
Look at this, Doug. They're so smart. This is an anti-strat, so they know Corey's going to boombot early. They just let that happen, get it over with. He gets no info out of this. He just knows the Jet's there. The Jet's been there this whole time. So they drone, but that's 2 people. So FaZe starts to rotate, and here comes the ult. Corey he goes down. The site is open.
Oh, it was open, but Baby Bay and Marv show up, and they hold fast. Gen G is dropped. They've been picked apart. Just down to 2 members remaining, Mikhail and Kusta now. Kusta does have that lockdown that we talked about earlier, but in a 2v4 here, the spike is down in the middle of the site, so it's not like they can easily get to it. This is a brutal situation for Gen G.
Blocking sight.
Yeah, things can turn so quickly when you're playing this FaZe team, right? Marv runs through the dark cover, takes down 2, gets himself on the scoreboard in the game, and FaZe is in full control this round. It would take a huge mistake for Gen G to come back in.
Yeah, and it just went from a huge mistake to that freaking catastrophic one. Marv, they're good for 4 as they continue to pad the stats. You mentioned Marv going up big there. Baby Bay did it as well. It looked bad, Sean. It looked really bad.
Yeah, especially given the fact that when FaZe started that round, they were 1-1-1-1-1 split across the entire map, right? Yep. So when Corey died A main, the fact that they had, 3 people there shows how quick FaZe was to react to the information that Corey gave them, right? They were very fast to rotate to the A site.
All right, we'll see here. Even with that round going in favor of FaZe, Gen G still
think
has
they're
a
gonna do it
good
again.
money.
Yeah, they want to do the same thing all over again. It's the same setup at the start of the round. They still have the Killjoy ult. I feel like we're gonna see the same strat. They're gonna wait for the boom bot. Here we have a little bit of a delay, obviously. But based on where Gen G's sitting, the fact that Kusta hasn't put up any util, we could assume that the pace of this round is going to be similar. They're going to keep up the pace.
Now, with something like this in mind, knowing they have the lockdown, keep an eye on both Guimon and Marv. They have the From the Shadows, and they both have shown willingness. Like they've shown complete willingness to aggressively from the shadows into chaos, right? Intense moments and really kind of break things up. So watch both of those players this round.
Yeah. It does look like, you know, Gen G had some second thoughts there in spawn during that pause. They go back. They're going to go for a mid take here, give up A main control to FaZe, and they're going to get it because FaZe is not really fighting for it this round.
Yeah. No, Sean, I think with that, you also, there's a lack of information, right? They haven't droned up A long or anything like that, but there's really no knowledge of what's happening down A long.
Oh, that's a big find from the drone. They see Corey, who's typically the A main player. You can see the A players moving up closer and closer. This is definitely an A split, and that drone gave them lots of info. You see, they're just walking into A main. They're not clearing any of these corners. They're not using any abilities. They have a very good idea of how FaZe plays this map. But Baby Bay has rotated heaven, and I do not think they're going to be ready for this, Doug.
All right, here we go. Here comes the lockdown. You mentioned Baby Bay up in heaven doesn't have an op in hand, but it looks like they're not going to have anything to counter that lockdown at all. They're just going to let it go. The paranoia comes out as they get onto the side, and FaZe kind of have to respect it, right? They just really have to back up. Twins already good for one. Baby Bay up in heaven. You mentioned them not being ready for it, and so far that seems to be the case. As one drops, Mikhail on the flank. The Empress is online. Smoke's going up, as they still haven't been able to get onto the side and look for the members of Gen G. They're playing so far off, right? They have safety valves. If things go sideways on the site, they still have some of that in play.
Yeah, and this Reyna in hell is terrifying right now because she could dismiss out on contact.
Oh,
very scary having the Reyna here.
Oh, there's the Reyna. Baby Bay drops down. Oh my gosh, they take the site back beautifully. What a retake from FaZe. A 4K from Baby Bay. Unreal.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what that was. Baby Bay comes out of the sky, just skydiving, you know, doing tricks, free falling from the air, and lands, takes out the Reyna that I said was the one to look out for. Pivots around, gets two more. Unreal. Baby Bay. This guy is so exciting. He's so fun to watch.
Baby Bay just went nuts there. And then Corey got in on the action as well. Those two players alone, as far as frags go, took everything away from Gen G along with the round. So now we find FaZe still one round behind. You're starting to feel some of the financial impact of the last two rounds for Gen G. Carrots, Bucky. Not a whole lot as far as early aggression goes, but Sean, look at how much they're taking up B already.
They are, but Corey's boombot heard nothing A main. So FaZe has an inkling. Look, Marv is already off cat. Marv is behind him.
Oh, we haven't seen something like this.
Been lost.
Yeah, we haven't seen a hit like this from Gen G. Zachary still on the back of the site. The Bucky's offline. Very well played. Now the Cavalry should be arriving. Zachary was good for one more, but he eventually dropped. You mentioned the push coming in from the other side. Marv taking care of Mikhail. We're not playing it. Oh! Baby, the Red Bull clutch out of his mind.
Oh my goodness, it looked like FaZe was doing everything right. They have the quick rotation. Zachary playing perfectly in the back of the site. But what can you do in these clutch situations? Gen G has the similar style. They're willing to take the fights. And Kusta comes up on top this time, winning the 1-on-2. Massive plays from Mikael and Kusta, support players.
Unreal. And then, you know, we mentioned Zachary in the same spot that Kusta just was in a great spot, and he equalized things back for FaZe, so it really went down to the wire there. Excellent response from Kusta. Again, Gen G showing us a little bit of this willingness to at least show presence across the middle of the map, but uh-oh, that's not good.
No, Baby Bay already opening up this round. Quickly a 3-on-5 for Gen G. giving up what they've, you know, blessed themselves with, this economic advantage. Oh,
Last player
It's
standing.
unreal. And at that point, you're fully overwhelmed, right? You've got all sorts of nonsense flashing across your screen. Very difficult to be able to respond to that. That's going to leave one alone. Now, the one thing, right, is he's got the spike, and he's 1 point away from the Blade Storm. So it's not, I mean, yeah. It's hard, Sean. This is hard.
yeah, it's really hard right now for winning this 1-on-4. You know, he has no info. He's a jet. He has quite a few abilities, right? He has a dash. He has 2 updrafts. And if he plants, he can pull out his daggers. But man, oh man, would FaZe have to give him some one-on-ones for him to win this one.
30 seconds left.
You know, maybe just get the extra credits in your pocket from getting the spike down. Maybe an exit frag or 2 along the way. Go out swinging. Yep, good for 1.
They are going 1 by 1, Doug. They're doing it.
Oh, that's just the first box checked off the list. He's gonna have to do a whole lot more to win this round, and Rock is swinging at just the right time onto his blind side. Never had a chance in that moment. Marv's gonna get the defuse. FaZe are gonna again bring the gap down to 1 round.
Oh, I love it. I love the aggression from FaZe. This is that anti-CS style they talk so much about, right? They're in a 5-on-3 advantage. My CS brain cannot handle the fact that they're doing a triple B main push with, you know, baby dashing out in the open in that scenario. I cannot believe it. But that's the type of aggression that works so well for them in this game, and that's why they're here. So I love seeing it. I do it. It's so exciting to see Bebe have this kind of success with it.
11 and 6 early on, doing just fine for FaZe. And again for GENG, early in the opening moments of this round, we're seeing a stack towards B. The Blade Storm coming online. But it's very different from what we've seen in the past, Sean, right? Oh no, look at how far up. Zachary's going, and he's dropping the lockdown here.
No way.
What?
What a psychopath. He's locked down inside B main.
Oh, it was with bait! They had to go in to take it. Yeah, they're going to get the lockdown, but they've paid a costly price as they've dropped 2. Fortunately for GENG, they respond with 2 of their own. The 3v3 here is Marv is taking the middle of the map. Good for 1, not good for anything else as Kusta responds. The round resets, the map resets as both teams hightail it to A.
Well, if they let Kusta plant, both of these players will have ults. But look, both base players are Bebe's already here.
Bay doesn't bite, but it doesn't matter. Kusta gets it, Rocket's left alone. No, Rocket drops at the right time. The spike goes down, a little ring around the Rosie, and Rocket does it again. He's gonna get the defuse. We're tied up at 5.
Oh, Doug, I mentioned both players would have their ult. I'm not sure if you caught that. Once Kusta got the frag, he wanted to put the lockdown in the corner. That would have put a tremendous amount of pressure on Rockets in that 1-on-2. Unfortunately, there was a gap in the Molotov. He jumps out, catches Kusta in the act. Oh, what a beautiful clutch from FaZe.
Ooh, and Rockets went big there, man, to have the wherewithal to go in aggressive there after Baby Bay drops, right? Like, Baby Bay drops, and he just full send goes and catches the timing just right. What a play by Rockets. Now he has the Hunter's Fury online too, Sean.
Yeah, I think this is where the game might slow down a little bit. We only have 2 more rounds left in this half, but you know, the economy's running out for GENG. The ults are building up. Marv has to be careful. Frenzy's in the smoke, could be dangerous.
Oh, the gun barrel! The gun barrel, and he mauls him through the smoke. Marv good for 3.
Whew.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, so now 1 round away from ending the half. Now GENG's gonna have guns. On top of the
Last
rifles they're gonna
round
be able to
before
bring
the
in, they've got 3 really significant ultimates to work with here, Sean.
Yeah, they really do. I think the problem for, if I'm being honest, the problem for GENG in this round is that Corey has his ult. And that I would not want to go into the A site when Corey has his ult. Just how he plays, you know, around this A main with the boom bot, you never know exactly when he's going to aggress with it.
He might use it early.
Oh, I think he's using it early with the paranoia right now.
Yes.
He's going at Win. Win's going to updraft and be above this ult.
Paranoia, dash, Win drops. There's the showstopper. He does use it aggressively. Yeah, Win drops, but you already see GENG adjusting, right? Look at the front, there's shadows into the back of the site, but Zachary responds, reads it like a book, takes him out. GENG are completely at a loss here, Sean.
Oh, Genji trying to get a little cheeky with an instant response from GMD. That does not work. But still, this I can fall. It has. We are now in a 3-on-3, Doug, and this round is anyone's.
Oh, the Empress coming online too. That's huge. Mikael's gonna get the spike down.
Gale has his ult. If this drone tags someone,
And
maybe
Kusta has
in
his.
trouble.
You should run.
There it is. No Hunter's Fury on the other side. Raucus died early and isn't going to bring it into the next round. Meanwhile, for Mikael, certainly has that available. As he chooses to invest in tags. Deals some damage. Corey's going to get tagged up, but
brutal. That's a long wait here with little time on the clock.
have to go. They're going to have to go here soon. So far, Marv, good for one. But you're far from getting what you need. Corey gets it. Mikael responds. A 1v1. Corey, Mikael. Corey on the tap. No way. He's going to go all the way. He swings it to half. Mikael gets the kill, the 1v1, and ties us up at 6.
Whew. Mikael taking one back for the one he just lost against Raucus. Coming up huge. Everyone seems like they're in this game right now. Every player has had impact at some point in this match. I love what I'm seeing. Tied game. Everyone showing up. Biggest match of the tournament for both teams. We couldn't ask for a better scenario.
Oh man, and you can already tell, like, that's just one half in the book, Sean. This is gonna be good. And we've seen, like, we've seen a little bit of everything, right? We've gotten the gamut. We've gotten super tense 1v1s that go both ways. We've seen teams read the map and counter-strat each other. And then we've seen things like this, too, where just a fraction of a second. Had that been a bit earlier, Kusta potentially gets that lockdown down. It's delivered. It's delivered across the board. FaZe on the attack here.
We're getting a mid-B split. Gimond here, GMD in the connector, is going to have two people coming at him very quickly right now.
Smoke. He backs off. The paranoia's there. Not sure. Yeah, it did connect. That's brutal. He's a sitting duck there. Maybe
now we look to Sean and Kusta to hold this site. Look,
I
FaZe
like
is
this.
slowing down.
Yeah, and then look at what GenG have done. He's taking the middle of the map, but Marv snips it out. As Chaos ensues on the site, a 2v2. Wind drops, Kusta's left alone. The turret's there too. A third man on the map. In a sense, his FaZe take the pistol. And they're not gonna. Not gonna get the money. But an excellent pistol by FaZe.
I love that. You said third player on the map. That third player won them that pistol. Because we all saw the world where the frenzy swings, both those guys line up, and they both get taken down by Kusta. He's done it once before. He would have done it there. That third man won them that pistol. Wow. That's incredible.
All right, on the side of GenG, nothing forcing up. You just have a ghost in the hands of Win.
Oh, it's going to be a trap mid play. It's going to be a trap mid play. We're going to see a brawl.
FaZe showing a big, you already feel some of that gun difference. So it's really going from bad to worse. Right, and I love, like, this is FaZe, right? Sean, look at where the spike is. The intent was never the spike. That was never the play.
No,
that was deathmatch.
Yeah, that's not even part of the strat, Doug. That's the strat has killed them all. No one lives. No one lives when you play FaZe. No one.
Oh man, a 2-round lead. We talked a lot about how good GenG looked after that last round, after the last series, excuse me, going into this one. But FaZe, even though they came in cold, at least as far as the series goes, they look really good right now too, Sean. And
dude,
yeah, it's just
Doug,
it's a really
this is a counterplay here. Win is already playing Heaven right now as Jet. They know Corey's gonna work this A main. They're gonna give it to him with the boom bot. They're not really gonna contest it too hard, and they're just gonna have someone hide in A and hope to capitalize on the sloppiness from FaZe. Oh dear, they have so much ground. He has Cat all by himself. Corey has A main all by himself.
Dueling Paranoia is all that utility was used, and then they pull off, right? Meanwhile, they're still droning their way into tree, while FaZe is already punted on that, right? Like, they've moved on. They're taking the middle of the map, and they're going to go to B. Guimon already dropped instantly. Again, Kusta! Good for 2. Wind drops as well. That's huge. Sean's left alone.
No way. Sean now in a 1-on-2. The round is absolutely wild. They have no idea where he could be. The bomb is down right in front of him. They have no choice but to come into him right now.
And Corey just upgraded a weapon too. A moment ago, he had a Spectre.
But here's the thing, Doug. Playing together like this against the Reyna, if she takes
30
one of them
seconds
out and
left.
dismisses, it doesn't matter how close you are. Your trade does not matter.
Raucus is weak! Go, Raucus!
Oh, what a shot from Raucus. You have to think about all the things he has to clear. The massive advantage Sean is in that scenario, audio-wise, positionally. He has everything working for him. Oh, the aim diff.
And remember, Sean, Raucus was weak. I think he had like 40 health. Right? He was
Yeah.
supposed to be in that play.
Yeah.
He's the bait. You
Yes.
go out there and die. Get info,
Yeah.
find out where he is.
That was
He
supposed to
steps
be
up.
Sean taking that frag, dismissing, seeing the next player, and knowing exactly how to play the one-on-one. But Raucus just cracked him.
Sean aggressively taking you out of control, and Alarm Bot unfortunately gives that away. He's going to have to back up. Pistols on the side of Gen G here while FaZe have a 3-round lead, and they have guns as well. You know, FaZe are in a spot here, Sean, where they can really run away with this thing.
They really can. This is a scary spot for Gen G. They have no money. They're potentially giving up 10 rounds. But I will say this, FaZe often kind of stalls out on their attack halves. Have they changed? And they're a momentum-based team, so the fact that they're early up in this half is huge for them. I mean, they need these early economic advantages on their attack halves, and they have it right now.
And this
It's
is
a huge plus.
And this is very similar to what we saw a couple of rounds ago, Sean, where FaZe understand they have the gun advantage. They leave the spike back, and they just want to go in and fight. Marved and Sean trade a couple of kills apiece. Now you see FaZe, they don't have the same comfort that they had a moment ago. Now they pull back, they're going to get the spike, and the game plan has changed.
Zach's in B, but Sean has pushed mid, and he could catch these guys right now going B lobby if he just looks, but he's not going to look. Like ships in the night, they pass.
30 seconds
I don't,
left.
I don't even think he saw the jet smoke tiles. FaZe gets this site for free. We're looking at a 10-6 game. FaZe in full control of the economy. A lot of ults built up on the FaZe side. Gen G is going to have some heroics in the coming 3 to 4 rounds.
Well, now,
planted.
Sean, for Gen G here, you've got a Bucky and a pistol, right? You've got nothing to lose. You could go for it.
They could definitely go for it, but the problem is, I mean, the utility left on FaZe, these crossfires, the chances of them breaking in and, winning these trade battles, it's so slim with the guns they have. And look at this setup.
Corey's also 1 point away from the showstopper, brings that
here.
online.
Right here.
Yeah, and this round is basically a foregone conclusion. Maybe you play for it. Well, actually, you don't even really get exits down B lobby, right? They're just going to be able to funnel out market, and the defenders spawn. So again, FaZe in a round that should go their way because of the gun advantage. Play that very nicely.
They did. They definitely had a really good plan right there. They let Zachary clear out the B site on an eco where there's tons of misinformation from the other team, right? They're making a lot of noise in places, where they probably don't want you to go. Like they're trying to make things confusing for you. So they send Zachary in B as a scout. The rest of the team follows suit. Baby Bay securing them out with the smoke tiles. And once they were in the B side, it was over.
All right, now look at Win spicing things up for us. For Gen G, he has an op, bringing that into this round. He also has the Blade Storm.
Is Raucus going to early drone? That's the question. Is it an arrow or a drone? It's an arrow. That's going to be broken. GMD breaks that. Here's the drone. Is GMD going to break the drone as well? Ooh, the drone actually is not being sent yet by Raucus, so they have taken a main. Look at this. Corey is taking a main for free right now.
And still holding down the middle of the map with the op. Zachary may walk right into his crosshair. Wait, I love what we're seeing out of FaZe here. What do you hear, Sean?
Yeah, it's so silent across the map. Gen G has no B main control because the turret's there, so they don't know if they're B main. They hear this drone. They really feel the A hit. That's a big find.
Oh, it's huge. And Mikhail swings as well at just the right time. The dart was there. And he backs up into his own smoke to stay away from the dart. Meanwhile, Corey using the showstopper. Buying so much space. Look at how Gen G respond, right? They're not even in the same zip code anymore. They have to respect that.
Wow, unbelievable plays from Gen G. FaZe find themselves in a 2-1-5. Raucus in A main, no recon right now. And this flank, this is everything.
Enemy remaining.
Everything goes in favor of Gen G, and all of a sudden you start to think, Like, man, that showstopper is costly, right? Like, in a 2v5 there, that's not cheap.
Oh, the little things. If you're a Jet main at home right now, the little things that Huynh does on this Jet roll. Yes, this is a 1-on-5. Yes, a flawless round just went to GENG. But I'm going to tell you, that player inside Corey could easily have taken out 2 to 3 weapons. You know, that's a massive economic difference in a pro match. So Huynh, knowing this, updrafts to create massive separation and just put his crosser way in the sky. Yep. There's zero chance Corey wins that round at that point. Zero. That is excellent play from Huynh.
Not able to handle the eye candy flying across his screen. Drops. FaZe still with a 3-round lead here. GENG bringing in a lot of the same weapons they had before. The operator still holding down the same area of the map. Win. Nothing doing quite yet.
Oh, this is a big fight. Oh, he actually got Huynh through the smoke. But Sean is trading that in B main. Zachary falls with no B main control. The fast A split comes in when they lose B main.
Great paranoia there from GMD, however, to kind of delay things, but they still take tree. And Marv is in a great spot, Sean. Good for one. Baby Bay drops one as well. It's just GMD alone, and FaZe swarm the site. They overpower what GENG had on there, and they take the 11th round.
It's crazy. It's so crazy because you're watching that from Huyhn's point of view, and you're like, okay, what piece of utility is FaZe going to use to take him off this angle? Things are going to look really difficult for FaZe. They're not really doing a good job of pushing this upper back. And then Pave just updrafts. He just updrafts. And just that one action takes Huynh out of the play. Then he smokes him off, swings around, gets the frag through the smoke. I can't even state how big that is from Baby Bay. That is massive that he just won that opening duel.
And we talked about how imperative it is for an operator to really be online to stifle the sophisticated scheming. It has not been a factor, and of course, as I say that, Huynh takes personal offense, responds with taking down Baby Bay. What a shot.
This Jet battle is a tree. I am loving it so much. They're going back and forth. It's so epic. Zach is going to get his ult and B main right now. That's what he's going for. He's right there. He's got the orb, and it looks like they want to fake a B hit. So he's going to put his alarm bot down, recall his alarm bot, put his ult down. And how does GENG react to this? They
Patience. I love this too. Look at Sean. Sean's in a position where he can kind of hold fast, and then if he needs to back up, he does. Meanwhile, Huyhn's holding down tree, understanding that's where the play is. Look at the from the shadows from Gourmand. Again.
FaZe retreat. FaZe no. This A site, they didn't bite. They didn't bite. So they're falling back to B now. Zachary fell completely off of B main. He's now coming mid. This is totally unreadable.
Yeah, now, but Sean's in trouble, right? Because they caught one. One was caught in the lockdown, and they know that they didn't rotate out. So you've got to know that Sean is there. When spots a gun barrel, he's only got 14 health, though. Right? Like a good swing out of Kusta.
This is the round, Doug.
Or Zachary, excuse me. And going in aggressive. Third kill with the op still online. 10 seconds left. FaZe going to get the spike down. A 4v2 again for FaZe.
Kusta with that lockdown. If he can just get out to Boathouse. If he could just make it there, there's nowhere for FaZe to hide.
Oh, yeah, they're trapped.
You can see Raucus. Raucus's goal right now is to not allow that to happen. But the paranoia, the drone, everything is way too strong right now.
But they're not. They're choosing not to use it. Yeah, they just get the kill. Corey's alone in a 1v4 with 40 health. Right, and Mikhail might just be able to skip the dang thing. He's gonna do it. Kusta swings for the kill as well. What a round by GENG, Sean. It was off the back of win, going huge with the op, opening the map and leaving FaZe with no options, even with the fake that they tried running. The discipline from GENG wins them that round.
Oh, what a huge round from the Jet player. I feel like I just say that for both teams back and forth. The Jets having such big impact at the start of every single round, which is exactly what you want to see, right? You want to see these Jets opening up the round. You want to see them aggressing, creating space for their team. And they're both doing that.
Be careful here. Corey has the showstopper.
Ooh, this is going to get broken for Huynh. Does Corey pop it and go right in? Oh, that paint shell.
That hurts.
They're just going to concede. They know they're fighting for A main. We're going to go somewhere else. Very smart play from FaZe here.
Tree might be open. I mean, they've gotten all the way up cat here. And remember, Sean, Marv is much like Luman in that in chaos loves to from the shadows into the belly of the beast, right? Right into where the meat of everything is going down. Paranoia, it's a bait. They're gonna bite. The paranoia was used in response, but the spike's still over at B.
Yeah, this is very interesting because these cat players. Is Marv gonna stick this?
No
Marv
way.
is actually stuck. Oh my goodness, that was so close. And Kusta takes out Marvin spawn.
The showstopper comes out. That isn't effective, but the rifle in the hands of Corey is. There comes 100
Baby Bear's pushing him.
out of mid-KO. Baby Bear goes in aggressive, and he takes him out.
Get out of my way.
He still has the blades from 2. 4v3. Here as things continue to fall apart. Rockets should be able to get the spike down.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
All right, here we go. No lockdown here. Zachary's in a great spot. He's the tip of the spear. If that goes sideways, they still have the back of the site. And I wonder at this point if GENG just kind of play for exits. Right? Just try to kill, like, ruin economy.
Yeah, this is a rough spot. Who does have the daggers? He could pop those here.
No way.
Yeah, that's very unlikely.
You gonna go for it? Sean, he's going for it. The Mad Lad's gonna go for it.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and it was a bait for Guman. Alone. Win with the up. A 1v1 and Zachary catches him on the side again. Win never had a chance. The operator's offline. FaZe at match point.
Match point.
Holy cow, there's so many things to talk about this round. Marv with an excellent TP location with his ult. Gets taken out by Kusta, who's dodging Corey's ult through the window, simultaneously popping his Molotov in B main so that way he can't get pushed. Takes out Marv in spawn. That is an insane play from Kusta. That is incredible. And then you have, it's all blur. Mikael's ulting in spawn. And at this point, I think FaZe stands no chance. But Baby Bay dashes into him and takes him out mid-ult. That is incredible from Baby Bay. Oh my goodness, this game just keeps on giving. We're at 8-12. Look at the buy from GENG. Look at it.
And you've got Rockets with an op. Right? Like, you don't see this super often.
Oof, he spots the turret deep B main. That gives them an inkling, you know, no one's in B main. You can see they're using this info. They're rotating off of B a little bit. They really have a feeling this is going to be an A hit.
Gonna have to go big with the blades. He's gonna have to go big with the blades. Doesn't connect onto anything. Baby Bay gets tagged up. He gets pushed back. The spike's gonna go down. GENG with a gun disadvantage, looking to retake the site.
Yeah, and the thing to look out for here is Kusta's lockdown, right? That's the only thing GENG has going for them. He absolutely has to use this. But they're just going to push him. He stands no chance.
No, he's alone.
Player standing.
He drops. Wins left alone. No blades online anymore. All he has is a frenzy. Down to 40 health. The showstopper. You can updraft as much as you want, but you're not going to dodge that bad boy. FaZe, after the loss to Sentinels, come out and make a statement with a big win early on against GENG.